What's happening, everybody? Good evening. This is a TFG Sports Media breaking news report. I am your sports guy Kendrick, and just in, Dallas Cowboys have fired offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. That word is just coming in. They had already decided to fire 6 other coaches earlier in the week, and they decided to fire offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Now he is out as off for the Cowboys. Now this moves again comes a week after their 19-12 loss to the San Francisco 49ers, who actually lost in the NFC Championship game today to the Eagles. They had some injuries. They lost Brock Purdy, and they lost his backup, Josh Johnson. So again, the Dallas Cowboys has decided to part ways. They fired offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Now, he has been the team's offensive coordinator since 2019. The Cowboys have ranked 6th, 17th, first and fourth in points during his time as OC. And they are looking for another guy. Now, according to reports that I have read, that head coach Mike McCarthy will be calling the plays next year. That's according to reports. Now, again, this is all really early in the situation, but we do know that the Cowboys and offensive coordinator Kellen Moore have mutually agreed to part ways, per sources. This is coming from Tom Pelissero from NFL Network, and there's word that he's already got some interviews lined up. Now, he did interview for the Carolina Panthers head coaching job a couple of days ago. They decided to hire Frank Reich, but looks like the LA Chargers is on the radar, according to what reports that I've seen. Moore is expected to speak with the Chargers about their offensive coordinator opening, per Ian Rappaport as well. So again, breaking news coming down. Now, I would say probably in the last 30 minutes that the Cowboys have decided to go another route. Kellen Moore is out as offensive coordinator. Mike McCarthy right now looks like he's going to be calling the plays, which he's done. That's what he's done that before when he was with Green Bay. And I'm a Packer fan, if you guys don't know, that he has been the play caller and the head coach before. So we will see how long. Bring Real Estate Insider, thanks for dropping in. Bring on Noah Turner. Nah, Noah Turner, that's no. You talking about dinosaurs, brother. Nah, Noah Turner, I think, is out the game for right now. And knowing Mike McCarthy, he's probably not going to bring in North Turner. And listen, like I think really, to be honest with you, I think this is something that Mike McCarthy really wanted to do anyway. I just think that he kept Kellen Moore on because of Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones was really high on Kellen Moore. And the thing is, Kellen Moore was a hot commodity a couple of years ago. He played at Boise State, and they were looking for a head coach at that time. And he was like the main guy, but he did not want to take the job at his alma mater because I guess he felt like that his situation where he was with the Cowboys was better under Jason Garrett. Go, there you go. The coaching profession is it's a dog eat dog world, man. I always say that you always got to think about yourself first, in your situation. So again, we'll see what happened. Again, like I said, this just broke. I want to say about 30 minutes ago. The Dallas Cowboys have decided that's their 7th coach that they have decided not to bring back. They already didn't bring back their assistant head coach, their offensive line coach, their assistant defensive line head coach, their linebackers coach. So the Cowboys, even though they lost 19-12, I didn't think it should be a knee-jerk reaction. But again, Mike McCarthy wants to bring his own guys in. The thing is, you want to lose. If you're gonna be fired, you want to be fired with your own people. A lot of those coaches that were on the Cowboy staff weren't Mike McCarthy's people. He inherited some of those. I believe he brought Al Harris, who's a secondary coach that played for him in Green Bay. I believe he brought him in, but a lot of those guys weren't his guys. The Real Estate Insider says he should bring his entire pack staff. I don't know about that, Real Estate Insider, but again, as a coach, I feel like if I'm gonna cook the meal, I should be able to bring in the cooks I want to cook with. And if I get fired, then I'll be like, you know what? I was fired with the guys that I brought in. So I'm actually not surprised by this. I felt like that it was probably time for a move. Kellen Moore, he did well in his first 2 years, but I think that the growth it stagnated. Uh, Again, Dak Prescott has some injuries. He didn't have him for he's been injured the last couple of years. I get that, but he was able to do some things with Cooper Rush. So is Kellen Moore a head coach in this league? Somebody's gonna give him a chance. I don't think he's a head coach. I think he's probably a offensive coordinator. I get it. But it probably was time to make a change in Dallas at that position uh, to maximize the strengths of your quarterback. So again, Kellen Moore, he's gonna land on his feet, and it's all signs are pointing to the Chargers. The way what I've been reading, I've been scouring the social media streets, as we say. So it looks like that he's probably gonna end up offensive coordinator with the Chargers. But he also, you got a whole lot of other openings still left right now for his head coaching. You still got the Broncos, still got the Texans, you still got the Colts. And then there's also going to be some shifting. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they fired their offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich. He's out there, so it's going to always be some job openings. Real Estate Insider says, let me go on and do the Kellen Moore house tour, laughing out loud. Yeah, go ahead and do that, Real Estate Insider. I think that's a good thing. Go ahead and get that in your go ahead and get that queued up, as we say in the media business. It probably would be a good deal because a lot of people is going to be thinking about that. And then a lot of people they was looking for this change. A lot of people was ready for him to go. They thought it was for change anyway. He was too predictable. Again, these boy wonders, these young offensive coordinators, they come in and do a great the first 2 years, and then uh, teams get video on them, and they get tendencies. They can watch and what they're gonna call in certain situations, and then they figure them out. And I'll be honest with you, I think Kellen Moore got figured out. So uh when I saw this come down, I was not really shocked. I kind of knew this was gonna come. Toria says, wow, did you see my Eagles? Yes, I did. The Eagles, great win to the Eagles. And I would say this: I picked the Niners to win this game 27-24. But again, in football and athletics and in sports, injuries happen. The 49ers lost technically they lost both quarterbacks. They lost a backup to the backup, Brock Purdy, to an injury in the first quarter. Then his backup, Josh Johnson, got hurt too. Then when I saw that, that was a wrap. The Niners really couldn't do much after that. So hats off to the Eagles. Congratulations. They will be headed to Glendale, Arizona to face the winner of this Chiefs and Bengals game. The Chiefs were at halftime, they were up 13-3. Real Estate Insider says Jerry has a thing for those boy wonders, smart guys like Jason Garrett. I totally agree, he does. But they will come back to bite you in the butt again. So where there we are. That's where we at. Breaking news from TFG Sports Media. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator. Well, he's now former offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore is out, according to reports. Looks like head coach Mike McCarthy will be calling the plays, so he may not even bring on a new guy. Toria says, in all fairness, you're right, but that Philly crowd pushes them. Yeah, that's true. But I would love to see that game, if Brock Purdy wouldn't have got hurt, and that's part of the game. I mean, obviously, it's easy to sit there and say that. I would love to see if Brock Purdy wouldn't have gotten hurt, how that game would have turned out. But again, that's football. It's it's a contact sport. You take the win with the win. And it's funny for me to say this because I'm a Packers guy, and the Niners have been a thorn in our ASS for the last couple of years. They have booted us out the playoffs for a minute. And for me to pick them, it was hard to pay, but I just thought, I thought they had that momentum, 12-game winning streak. They had a rookie quarterback that was on his thing. They got a number one defense that was on his thing. But that shows you how important that injuries play a part in sports. They lost Brock Purdy. They were already without Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance, so they had to go to Jared Johnson, who's a journeyman in the league, and he has experience, but he doesn't get reps in practice. He doesn't get reps, so So I knew when Brock Purdy was out, I was like, nah, the 49ers, unless they defense really, really ball out, get some turnovers, I was like, nah, the Eagles gonna win this game. Toria says KC may be winning this one. I agree. I think I picked KC to win the over the Bengals as well. So I just want to jump in here, go live real quick, give you some breaking news again. If you didn't know, Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore has been fired, uh, and the Cowboys now have got rid of 7 coaches. Toria says it really does. My husband Ravens were all busted up with injuries. Again, that's football, that's sports. Yeah, I get you, Miss. I get you, Tori. I do. Believe me, I do. I get it. But all those guys are professionals. So you can't say, hey, if we would have had, if this happened, again, it is what it is. You play with who's there and you get it done. So I just want to jump on here and go live real quick. I'm gonna go back to watching this game, just to let you know. But I did want to, we have breaking news. Also, if you didn't know, some other breaking news that happened earlier today. Former Georgia quarterback Stetson Bennett, two-time national champion and SEC champion. He was arrested earlier this morning in Dallas on public intoxication. He's been released. I don't know what his bond was, but again, former Georgia quarterback, two-time national champion Stetson Bennett was arrested earlier in Dallas on a charge of public intoxication, but he has been released as of earlier today. So again, if I get any more breaking news, make sure you keep it locked here to TFG Sports Media. We will go live and let you know what's happening. Toria says, oh my God, that's a shame. It's not that big of a deal, Miss Toria. It's a PI. He just had a little bit too much to drink, and he should have had somebody to Uber him. He should have had somebody to take take care of him. But it's not a good look, but it's just a public intoxication. I think bond. I think he did bond out. Probably wasn't no more than $250, $300. He'll be all right. He's a young cat. He's still living in the moment, winning back-to-back championships, being a walk-on. Had to leave to go to junior college and come back to Georgia and become the starter. Yeah, these youngins, exactly, Toria, Miss Wade. Yeah, exactly, these youngins. But he'll be all right. So if you didn't know, but he's bonded out again, and I think that's just like a class C misdemeanor or something like that. So we'll see how this happens. Now, if anything breaks, make sure you keep it locked here to TFG Sports Media. I'm your sports guy, Kendrick. I'm gonna let you get back to that second half of the AFC Championship game. Chiefs hosting the Bengals, and I did pick the Chiefs to win this. So we're gonna see what happens. So you all have a great rest of your night. Again, if something breaks, come back. I have something live for you. We out. Deuces.